What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Big Fight Field channel where we speak the truth, we're honest, and we give our takes on the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins get their first win of the season over the New York Jets 27-21, but at what cost? The Dolphins win, they got to give something back. It's just the way our bad luck works as Dolphins fans. Always with the bad luck. We are cursed forever. And tonight we lose Tyreek Hill for the season. Tyreek Hill gets carted off in the beginning of the third quarter. And it was a simple play. He ran an out route for a first down, caught a pass near the sideline, got tackled. The tackler got up, and his knee was totally bent the opposite way as it should be. He couldn't move. It was still. We got back from the commercial break, and he was on the cart. Jets players were greeting him. Dolphins players were greeting him. His mom came onto the field, gave him a kiss on the forehead. And the strange part about all this was he's on the cart. They drive him away. He starts clapping. He's yelling yes. And he is waving and he's kissing to the Dolphins. He's blowing kisses to Miami Dolphin fans. And I believe it's a sign of encouragement. But Dolphin fans on Twitter are saying that it's Tyreek knowing that he is got out of playing of Miami for the rest of the season because there's no way he's coming back from this. And say he does come back from this next year, he's not going to be the same player ever again with this injury. Tyreek Hill is not going, he will never be the same player that he was in 2022 and in 2023. He's not going to be the same player anymore. This is really a career-altering injury for Tyreek Hill. And you think of him with all the speed that he has and how he's the fastest receiver in the league. He's not going to have that anymore, man, because of this dislocated knee. And it's a career-altering injury in the worst possible case scenario for Tyreek Hill. And it just sucks. It sucks. It's heartbreaking. It's crushing. And, is this the last time? Is this going to be the last sight we see of Tyreek Hill in a Miami Dolphins uniform? I don't know. But what I will say is, did he give a lot of off-field drama? Yes, he did. Especially at the end of last season when he wanted to quit on the team. And he says, I'm out, and he quit on the team in New York against the Jets last year. He created a lot of off the field drama last offseason. No question about it. But on the field, Tyreek Hill is an electric football player. He is an absolute game changer. And I remember when we traded for him that I was in the parking lot at Full Sail University going absolute apeshit crazy. The fact that the Dolphins just traded for Tyreek Hill when they traded for him from the Kansas City Chiefs, I was going absolutely insane. And I can say confidently, in my 16 years of being a Miami Dolphins fan and watching Dolphins football, the most fun I've ever had watching Miami Dolphins games was in 2023, in the beginning of the 2023 season. And Tyreek Hill played a huge part of that, a massive part of that. And there's a lot of great moments with Tyreek Hill. It's a very sad night, and I'm trying to look back at everything that this man gave to this team. Because since 2022, he's been the best player on the Miami Dolphins. No question about it. And tonight we just lost our best player, and it's absolutely heartbreaking. You think back to that game against the Baltimore Ravens where he catches those two deep touchdowns for 40 and 60 yards. You think of, gosh, what other games? You think of that Washington game in 2023. You think of opening day against the LA Chargers where he goes 11 of 2 for 215 and two touchdowns. Gets the game-winning touchdown with the fade route. You think of the Broncos game. Tyreek Hill played a huge role into that. So many instances, man, where this guy was absolutely electrifying to watch for the Miami Dolphins. I remember that Saturday night game against the Buffalo Bills, how crazy he was going then. That was in 2022. And then who can forget last year? Opening day, Jacksonville Jaguars. He gets pulled over before the game. He's in handcuffs. And then he is at the game. He plays. And he scores an 80-yard touchdown. It's crazy, dude. He has given us some amazing moments. He's given us some amazing moments throughout the years. And if this is going to be it for Tyreek Hill in a Miami Dolphins uniform, I have his career stats pulled up for you that I'm about to read. Tyreek played 54 games for the Miami Dolphins, 340 receptions, 4,733 receiving yards, and 27 touchdowns. 27 touchdowns. And he has the team record with 1,799 receiving yards in 2023. He was very close to breaking 2K. If he doesn't get hurt against Tennessee and he plays against the Jets and he's 100% the rest of the year, he is getting that 2,000 yards. So, yes, Tyreek created a lot of off-field drama, but he was unbelievable on the field for the Miami Dolphins. And if this is it for Tyreek Hill as a Miami Dolphin, I don't know if it is, but if this is it, it was the most fun I've ever had watching Miami Dolphins football. And hopefully there's more fun coming in the years. It's obviously not going to be the case this year. But, man, thank you, Tyreek Hill. Thank you, 10. I'm keeping that jersey up there all year. Thank you, 10. So, obviously, we were going to open up the show talking about Tyreek Hill. That's the big thing that happened tonight. You're not going to see him for the rest of the year. I would guarantee you. I don't know. Next year, a different story. Again, it's not guaranteed that he's not going to be a Miami Dolphin. There's a chance. And even if he is, he's not going to be the same player anymore, dude. I'm telling you right now, he will not be the same player he once was. So, we got a lot to talk about with this game tonight. Again, your Dolphins win 27-21. Offense I can't remember the last time I've seen them look this good. Um, Gosh, it probably goes back to last year. Maybe that Patriots game in November. I haven't seen this offense play as good since that game. And I know they scored 27 against New England, but they looked atrocious on the first drive. And those last two drives by Tua, opportunity to go win your team the game, and he doesn't come through. Interception and then a sack. I don't think Tua took a sack tonight. He might have taken one. No. Clean game by the offensive line. Tua did not get sacked for a second straight game in a row. So this offense was flawless tonight. So shout out to everybody on the Miami Dolphins offense. One bone that I do have to pick before we get into the play-by-play of the postgame. Dan Orlovsky. My goodness, was it nauseating listening to him all game. He is literally up there in the broadcasting booth trying to be the play caller of the New York Jets. He sees that the Jets are running all over the Dolphins. He's like, I would run. And then we get to the end of the first half. He's like, you got to find 5. You got to find Garrett Wilson. Get the ball to Garrett Wilson. Yada, yada, yada. And he's gaslighting Garrett Wilson the entire second half. And he's coming up with these scenarios, how to get the Jets back in the game. And he's parading for the Jets in the broadcasting booth. Like, come on, dude. You're supposed to be a professional. And then the Jets get that offensive PI call. He's like, oh, I don't know about that one. I don't know if Garrett pushed hard enough on that one. And then the touchdown, okay? Late in the fourth quarter. He's one-on-one with Rasul Douglas. He just beats Rasul Douglas one-on-one on a go-out. Starts gaslighting him how great of a catch it was. Oh my God, that might be one of the greatest catches of the year. Really, man? Really? It was nauseating listening to Dan Orlovsky tonight. I don't know why, but since 2023, we've had a Monday Night Football game with this broadcasting crew of Chris Fowler, Louis Riddick. I don't have a problem with those two. They're great. They're great at their jobs. But Dan Orlovsky, man, oh my God, I thought my ears were going to bleed. Legitimately, I thought my ears were going to bleed listening to Dan Orlovsky on the broadcast tonight. So, thank goodness we don't have another game with Dan Orlovsky this season. And then another takeaway I have from this game is, how bad are the Jets, dude? They shot themselves in the foot so many times in that second half. If the Dolphins played anybody better than the Jets, they would have been in trouble. Okay? They would have been in trouble with the Jets getting the ball back after they kick a field goal down by 2 touchdowns. And they would have been in trouble in the second half. But luckily, the Jets stink. They're horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. I don't think they're going to fire Glenn after this season. I don't think they will fire Aaron Glenn. But Justin Fields stinks, dude. And the only reason he got all those passing yards was they had no choice but to push the ball downfield throwing. So, yeah, of course Justin Fields had to throw the football downfield in the second half. But he stinks. He is not good at all. So, let's get into some stats here, okay? We'll start with the Jets. They are the away team. Justin Fields, 20 of 27, 226 yards, 1 touchdown. Breece Hall had 14 carries, 81 yards, And Justin Fields had 7 rushes for 81 yards and a touchdown. 4th and 1. Justin Fields looked like he was going to get sacked, and he just starts streaking down the field and gets himself a 43-yard touchdown. By far the worst play of the night for the defense. And a night where they forced a lot of turnovers. 3 fumbles by the New York Jets tonight. Beautiful, beautiful performance from the Miami Dolphins defense. For the most part. I'm not going to give them their flowers just yet, but the Jets had 197 rushing yards tonight. That needs to change. That needs to change if this team's going to win more games this year. Garrett Wilson, 6 catches, 82 yards, and a touchdown. Mason Taylor, 5 catches for 65 yards. Breece Hall, 5 catches for 30 yards. And Jeremy Ruckert, 1 catch for 23 yards. That's basically all I have to report. For the Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa, 17 of 25, 177 yards, 2 touchdowns. No turnovers. That's the key thing. No turnovers. Took care of the football. No sacks. His best game of the year. That was his best game of the year tonight. Devon Achane had 20 carries, 99 yards, and a touchdown. Dolphins had 123 rushing yards in this game. Tyreek Hill, before he got he got a catch and then he got injured. 6 catches, 67 yards. Jalen Waddle, 3 catches, 48 yards. Darren Waller, 3 catches, 27 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's going to play a bigger role now that Tyreek is done for the year. He's going to play a much bigger role in this offense. Defense. Terrell Dotson with a forced fumble. Jordan Brooks with 15 tackles tonight. Hell of a game for Jordan Brooks. Terrell Dotson got a sack and a forced fumble. Jack Jones got a forced fumble on the first drive. Dante Trader got a forced fumble on the opening kickoff in the second half. Dolphins sacked Justin Fields twice in this game. So, here we go. Dolphins get the ball first. In the first quarter, they go 10 plays, 37 yards. 3rd and 5. Darren Waller comes in motion right in the middle of the field. Boom. Easy completion for a first down. 14 yards. We get a 3rd and 7. Tua goes to Tyreek Hill for 8 yards. And then we get an incomplete pass, a 7-yard run by Devon Achane, and then an incomplete pass to Jalen Waddle, which should have 100% been pass interference on Brandon Stevens. They did not call pass interference. There you go. Riley Patterson, 47-yard field goal was good. Dolphins are up 3-0. Then we get an illegal block in the back by the Jets. So they have to start on their own 14-yard line. And listen to this. This is disgusting. I was absolutely disgusted watching this drive on my couch. Breece Hall, 6 yards. 2nd down. Braylon Allen, 9 yards. 1st down. Next play, Justin Fields, 6 yards. Next play, Breece Hall, 5 yards. Then they passed the ball. That was their only pass on the drive. 1st down for 5 yards. Horrible. Braylon Allen, 15 yards. Down to the Miami 40. Justin Fields, 19 yards. Down into Miami 21. Justin Fields for 4. Third down and 6. Most of the time, teams just throw the ball. The Jets see how horrendous Dolphins' run defense is. They're like, shit, we'll just run the ball up the middle and pick up the first down. 6 yards, Isaiah Davis. They get a delay of game penalty. Doesn't matter. Illegal hand to the face for Jalen Phillips. And then it's 2nd and goal. And Braylon Allen looks like he's going to get a walk-in touchdown. And Jack Jones punches the football out at the goal line. And it's recovered by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Absolutely incredible play by Jack Jones to be able to punch that ball out and Minkah Fitzpatrick to cover it. Think about this for a second, folks. Think about this. The Dolphins won this game tonight by 6 points. Okay? They won 27-21. If Jack Jones does not make that play at the goal line, the Jets score a touchdown. And the Jets win this game 28-27. So essentially, Jack Jones might have won us the game with that fumble. He might have won us the game with the fumble. So that was an absolute unbelievable play by Jack Jones. Then we start the ball with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Drive of the year right here, folks. Drive of the year for the Dolphins. 15 plays, 94 yards. They take up over 8.5 minutes off the clock. Ollie Gordon, 1 yard. Okay. Tyreek Hill on 2nd and 9. 9 yards, first down. Devon Achane, 6 yards. We get a holding call on Patrick Paul at 2nd and 9. Tyreek Hill, first down, 11 yards. Then Tua, or that second down play was the last play of the first quarter. Tua extended the play. That was a great play by Tua. He was able to extend the play and get the ball to Tyreek Hill for 11. Then he rolls out left and he fakes the Jets to go right. Tyreek Hill's going left. Tyreek Hill is wide open, and he gets it to Tyreek Hill for 28 yards. Down to the 50. Bad snap by Aaron Brewer. Loss of 4. 3rd and 10. A wheel route by Jalen Waddle being covered by Tony Adams. And Tua gets it to Jalen Waddle. 25 yards. First down. Down to the Jets' 21-yard line. And then the next play. 2023 vibes here. Holy shit. Goosebumps all over the place. Behind the back pass to Malik Washington. Takes it for 8 yards. That was clean as fuck, dude. That was insane. 2nd and 2. Ollie Gordon for 7. And then we get no gain. A 2-yard pass to Achane. Incomplete to Waddle. 4th and goal. The Dolphins go for it. Tua throws it to the back of the end zone. And Darren Waller comes down with the touchdown. Darren Waller hasn't played football in 2 years. That was a great catch. Getting both feet in. And you know it makes it even sweeter. He was being covered by Sauce Gardner. And Sauce Gardner is the highest paid corner in the NFL. You get paid to make plays like that against a retired tight end. Overrated as fuck, dude. Overrated. is Sauce Gardner. Oh my God, that was beautiful. So the Jets get the ball. They start on their own 26. And what do you know? There goes Breece Hall for 23 yards. Breece Hall for 4 yards. Rasul Douglas gets a sack. Justin Fields to Mason Taylor for 8 yards on third down. Then we get a neutral zone for the Dolphins. False start for the Jets. 8-yard pass on 2nd and 13 to Garrett Wilson. And on 3rd and 5, incomplete to Breece Hall. The Jets go for this. They get illegal motion. And they go for this. 4th and 5. Justin Fields. Terrell Dotson brings the pressure. Gets to Justin Fields. Forced a fumble. Jalen Phillips picks it up. And the Dolphins, in back-to-back defensive drives, they force turnovers. Oh my goodness. What are we watching? They didn't get a single turnover in 3 games. And in the first 2 drives of this game, they get 2 turnovers. That's goosebumps right there, man. That's goosebumps. Unfortunately, though, the Dolphins started on the Jets' 43-yard line. They went 3 and out. So, the Jets get the ball with 1:52 left. They go 10 plays, 44 yards. Justin Fields to Breece Hall for 6 yards. Breece Hall for 7 yards up the middle. We get 1st and 15. Justin Fields to Allen Lazard for 8 yards. 3rd and 7. Justin Fields to Garrett Wilson for 11 yards. And I kind of thought this was soft play calling from Anthony Weaver. I didn't like this. I would have felt awesome if we were up 10-0 going into halftime. I would have felt awesome about that half. But then Anthony Weaver and his cupcake defense allows the Jets to get into field goal range. And what do you know it? Old 40-year-old Nick Folk makes a 58-yard field goal. And the Jets, they get a big-time field goal. And all of a sudden, you're thinking with 10 seconds left in this thing that we might actually get out of this half up 10-0. But instead, the Jets get a field goal. They're down a touchdown. And guess what? Because of that field goal, they are right in striking distance because they get the ball to start the second half. Or do they? So we get to the second half. We get a kickoff. And Isaiah Williams fumbles the kickoff. And Dante Trader forces the fumble. And he recovers his own fumble. Incredible play by the 5th-round rookie from Maryland. That is great stuff right there, man. That is awesome. So, this was the play. Okay. 3rd and 8. Tyreek's just running an outside route. Cutting in. 10 yards. Picks up the first down. Normal tackle. Knee is completely fucked up. Sideways. They bring out the cart for him. And out he goes. So, again, prayers to Tyreek Hill for a speedy recovery. Whether or not we see him on the field for the Miami Dolphins again, I don't know. And at this point in the game, I was feeling so numb after watching that. And they go on to score a touchdown. And I'm like, that's cool, I guess. But it's not what I'm thinking about right now. But credit to Mike McDaniel and credit to this offense for still putting their head down and getting to work, even though Tyreek Hill was not on the field, witnessing an absolute gruesome injury. They still go on to get a touchdown, and they're up 17-3. The Jets get the ball back. 11:26 to go. They get it to their own 48-yard line. Breece Hall for 5 yards. And then on 4th and 1, they go for it. And it looks like pressure gets to Justin Fields. He's going to get sacked. Nope. Is able to run away from it, run downfield, get himself a 43-yard touchdown. I'm like, this is where the downfall begins. Yeah, we might have just scored a touchdown, but we just lost our star player, and we give up a 43-yard touchdown on that? I don't know, man. I had my doubts then. But this offense shut my mouth. Be like, you better take that back, hush it, throw it in your pocket, throw it away, because we're going down scoring a touchdown. That's exactly what they did. Pass interference on the first play of the drive by Sauce Gardner gets the Dolphins down to their own 42-yard line, and a 16 pass to Jalen Waddle to where he was wide open. So down to the Jets 42. Third and 8. What happens? Tua takes off. He takes off. He realizes he's got to get the first down. He slides. And it's unnecessary roughness. Holy shit, he got hit. That was scary. But he came up and he was laughing and he was smiling. And it was great. Because that's what you love seeing from your quarterback. And there's been some times, man. Luckily, this wasn't one of them. Thank goodness this was not one of them. Down to the Jets 20. Ollie Gordon for 4 yards. Tua to Jalen Waddle for 7 yards. And then first and goal, Devon Achane breaking tackles. 4 tackles he broke. Gets in the end zone for a touchdown. Your Dolphins are up 24-10. The Jets go 4 plays, 14 yards, and they punt. Dolphins, they go 3 and out. The Jets, they go 6 plays, 31 yards. Justin Fields to Garrett Wilson for 18 yards, brings it to the Miami 45. Justin Fields to Mason Taylor for 27 yards. And then we get to the fourth quarter. Justin Fields to Garrett Wilson, touchdown, but wait. Offensive pass interference on Garrett Wilson. He shoves Rasul Douglas. It was the right call, but Dan Orlovsky was losing his mind in the commentary table for this call. Losing his mind. I'm like, Dano, shut the F up, dude. Just please shut the F up. Justin Fields to Breece Hall for 7 yards. But wait! Unnecessary roughness on John Simpson. It's now 2nd and 28. And at this point, the Jets only get 4 yards in 2 plays. You got to kick a field goal. He makes it. But still, the fact that they had a touchdown, which got called back, and you're down 24-10. You're down 2 touchdowns. The fact that the Jets had to kick a field goal, down 2 touchdowns, absolutely massive dub. Massive for the Miami Dolphins defense. So then the Fins go 3 and out. The Jets punt. They go 7 plays, 28 yards. They pick up the first down on 3rd and 8 at the 5. Mason Taylor. Breece Hall for 17 yards. False start on the Jets. Mason Taylor for 10. You get offensive holding on Josh Myers. And then you got a punt. And the Dolphins, they get the ball back with 7:02. And the first 2 plays of the drive, you get a 13-yard run by Devon Achane. And then you get a 21-yard run by Devon Achane. 2 plays, 34 yards, just like that. He's unbelievable. Way to put the team on your back there, Devon. 3 yards. He fumbled, but it was recovered by Patrick Paul. Tua to Julian Hill for 19 yards. Miami would go 3 and out. Riley Patterson makes a 36-yard field goal. There's 3:26 to go. And the Dolphins are up 27-13. And I don't know about you guys, but I got flashbacks. I got horrible flashbacks from 2 years ago against the Tennessee Titans. This team was up 27-13 with like 2 minutes to go on Monday Night Football, and they blew it. And what happened? The Jets went down there. They scored a touchdown. Garrett Wilson for 23 yards. They go for 2. They get the 2. I'm like, oh my goodness. Please no. You're up 27-21. Onside kick. Darren Waller recovers. That's basically a game. They don't gain a yard on offense. Jake Bailey punts the ball with 12 seconds to go. And he punts it to the 1-yard line. An absolute beautiful punt. Beautiful by Jake Bailey. And then they throw the ball around. And Mason Taylor gets tackled. And that's your ball game. Right there. That's your ball game. The Dolphins win 27-21. They're 1-3. And finally, they win their first game of the year. So I can give out my MVP. I only do MVPs when they win, not when they lose. That's bullshit. When you win, I give out MVP. But who is my first MVP in a Dolphins win this season? Is it Tua? No. Is it Devon Achane? No. Is it anybody on offense? No. My MVP for this game, I'm giving to Jack Jones. If he does not make that forced fumble on the first drive of the game against Braylon Allen, we lose. We lose this game if Jack Jones does not make that fumble. If he does not punch the ball out Braylon Allen's hands, we lose. So for that play alone, I'm giving my MVP to Jack Jones. And now we look ahead. This team is going to be without Tyreek Hill for the rest of the season. They're still not a good football team. They stink. They're probably not going to win more than 5 games. And that's me being generous. We got the Panthers next. The Panthers just got absolutely blown out by the Patriots on Sunday. And, that's a toss-up game. Both teams are 1-3. Early look, the Dolphins are 1.5-point favorites on the road. I don't know, man. That could go any way. If we beat the Panthers, awesome. I still don't think that changes anything about this season. But that is your look ahead. We play the Carolina Panthers on Sunday. So, if we need to, we'll do a video tomorrow. But if not, we'll do Week 5 predictions on Wednesday this week. Okay? That is going to be taking place Wednesday on the Big Fight Fuel channel because Thursday is my girlfriend's birthday. It's a very important day, so I'm just going to not film on that day at all. We'll be doing Week 5 predictions Wednesday here on the Big Fight Fuel channel. Friday night, we'll do Dolphins, Panthers preview, and then Sunday, doing the post-game recap for your Miami Dolphins against the Carolina Panthers. That's all I got for you guys tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the Big Fight Fuel channel. Comment down below your thoughts on the game if you're a Dolphins or Jets fan. Hit the like button if you like what you heard from me. Follow me on Twitter and TikTok, Colin_Joseph. And I will see you guys Wednesday for Week 5 predictions. Have a good night. Stay safe. And let's go Dolphins. Fins up, baby.